only rival to Canon, which is also in the Seattle area. And Canon's a really fucking cool bar. But we actually won, we actually beat them this year in the Seattle Times for best bar, which is really, really cool. You know, we were like, wait, we beat Canon? What? Because if you see what Canon does, they do some really fucking cool shit. Canon's awesome. Right? High-end restaurant? It's not, we're not high-end. Like, we're not cheap. Don't get us wrong. We're not cheap. But we are, I like to call it high-end casual, right? Like, we are Scratch Kitchen. We are, you know, our bar, our cocktails and everything's very Scratch related as well. We do all that stuff, right? But we're not, you know, we don't say like, oh, high end. We do some fancy stuff like the sake dinner, the one that I'm being in charge of. That one's going to be expensive, right? That's going to be, if I'm correct, like $120 a head. But you're getting 5 courses, you know, all curated, plus sake pairings, plus a free bottle of sake, plus the ability to have an option to buy more sake, right? Specifically for us. The average cost of the entree for us is probably like $25, $30, I want to say, for our restaurant, maybe even a little more. High-end casual is a lot more, how would I say it? It's easier for the guests to approach, right? They don't have to feel obligated to be fancy or whatever. But let's say you want to celebrate something really cool. We are going to accommodate you for that. You know, we are going to do what we can. We're going to give you like that extra free thing. We're going to let you, you know, it's still a date night spot, right? So I do got some shiso leaves, guys. I know for a fact I want to plant some shiso. I'm going to go ahead and plant it in this one because I know these spots are going to work. So we're going to do that, right? Exactly. It's good energy. Like, we actually have a few complaints that our spot is a little too loud, right? And the only reason why it's loud is because it's so intimate that, you know, people are having to talk over each other sometimes. Like, we're a very small crew for that restaurant too. Like, we have 5 cooks. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cooks. Technically 7 if you want to go there. But, yeah, that's the whole thing for that. And I'm there, you know, sometimes 6 days a week. But lately I've been on this new schedule where I'm there only 4 days a week because the owner got like really mad that I was working like, you know, 70, 80 hour weeks. It's like, hey, just stuff needs to get done. So we had to like move the menu around a bit to be a bit more accommodating, right? So right here I got some Mizuna. I do actually have some Mizuna outdoors right now, and it's growing fine. It actually works really well with all the snow and the cold weather. It's a mustard green, a Japanese mustard green, so it works fine. Right, but a little bit too many mustard seeds. And the cool thing about some of these seeds, right? If you guys want to know some growing stuff, a majority of, like, if you go to a grocery store, get some legumes or beans or whatever, and you want to just grow beans or shit, those beans actually grow just fine. You'll be surprised. Just fucking spray them all over the place. Just here's some water and some dirt, and they'll grow. They're very easy growing plants. But these two, not so much, right? However, I do have some seeds I really wanted to see if they would work. So these ones I think actually won't at all. It looks like some of them even started to germinate. I don't know if you guys can see right there, but yeah, that fuzz, it's a little bit germinating. So that means that they are not good because they were in there for too long. I can tell you for a fact they were in there for too long because they were in that shelf for a few months. You know, probably 4 months, I would say. But we do have these, which are the exact same fucking seed. So I am curious if they will grow at all. If they do, cool. If not the end of the world. Like this is more, this seed specifically is more of a science project than anything else, right? So we got that. And then this one is also going to be a science project because I don't know how it's going to grow. So we got here some mung beans. I have grown these. These grow very well. So I wanted to do. Oh, they're dropping right into the fucking hole. All right. So I wanted to do something that I know will grow for a fact. So let's do a little bit here, a little bit of our compost just to kind of block that a bit, but will allow the roots to branch out need be. I'm not sure if this method is going to work, but you know, can't hurt to try, right? It's like in theory it's going to work, right? It's utilizing a sponge-esque kind of environment while maintaining, you know, some of its earth. And we're going to cover up these beans too, okay? We're not going to cover them all the way up because it needs to do the do, right? The seeds will, actually, let's do this, because if that worked for that, same thing's going to be here. There we go. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is going to work at all. And because of that, guys, like I didn't expect this to be this fast. If this was the case, I would have been maintaining it a lot more, even earlier. But I figure this would be a fun time for you guys to see who are part of these streams a bit more. On the TikTok side of things, if you've seen, I've been mentioning I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've always just been scared about the lighting. But now that I've kind of set up all the lighting in general, the lighting I have on the front actually balances fairly well with everything in the back. So you guys get to see like what I've been wanting to do for a while. And then for you guys on Twitch, I think it's a really fun thing for you guys to see. Like, hey, you guys get to see some plants grow. Or we'll even do updates every now and then. So like the mung beans might even start germinating as soon as tomorrow. Like these grow excellent. Almost any legume that I have done grows exceptionally well. The Mizuna that we have in here, those grow exceptionally well too. So we are going to label these now, right? So in here we have our shiso. Right, so let me grab some of this. Do I have a Sharpie in here? I do not. But I have plenty. I have so many fucking Sharpies, guys. Hey Hugo, how you doing? Or Huge Bobot. Alright, so we'll put shiso. Here, we'll do this. We'll call it shiso horny. Alright, that's what we're going to name this. And then we'll name this one. This is our Mizuna. So we'll call the Mizuna what? Mizuna. How's that sound, guys? We'll call it the Mizuna. I got to add a fucking moan button on my Stream Deck. I got so much stuff I want to add onto the Stream Deck. I just haven't had the time to do it. And honestly, what I think I want to do, I tried to do a setup stream before, but I feel like I'd just be too boring just looking up stuff and then trying to maintain a conversation with that, if I'm being completely honest for that. And you know, it's like me right now, especially you guys on TikTok know that this me right now, I am not energetic right now. Like this is not how I normally do my streams. Mizuna. Call it the Mizuna? Yeah, that's what we'll call it. And sure, I can tear off these tapes. They tear off, son of a bitch, really nice. However, something that you learn in the restaurant industry, at least if you have worked at like a higher end scale, they really care about their tape because it shows like neatness, right? like it shows like that extra sense of care, right? These are the bells. So we'll call it Saved by the Bell, probably. Or For Whom the Bells Toll. Yeah, For Whom the Bells Toll. For whom the bells toll. All right. And then right here is the mung beans. So I don't know what is good with mung except for dung. You know, yeah, it can't be locked in 100% of the time. We're not making anything. What we're doing is we're gardening, per se. We're starting our hydroponics, so you guys can see stuff grow in the stream behind me. So, pretty much kind of like what we're doing for that. I'm gonna call these mungus. We got our mungus beans. Mungus. Right. I like to watch other people on the Twitch sometimes before I start a stream or when I get home, so I can do some like studying on like what other streamers are doing. I saw this one person on the cooking stream had like 3,000 fucking people watching. I was like, wow, what are they doing? And I was like, oh, this is boring. And then I look at their channel. It's like, no, they just happen to have like 2 million followers and they play video games and they're a hot chick. That's it. So I was like, oh, well, that explains everything. You know, Twitch and them hot chicks. That's what they're all about. So I know I don't have all these covers. I'm missing a few. I don't know why. I don't know if I added plant food to this one. Let me smell it. I mean, it smells foresty, but I also put a ton of earth in there. Whatever. More food's not gonna hurt. A little bit more. Put a half, just in case. This one is the more science experiment one anyways. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And we did put the beans that I know for a fact will germinate fairly well. So what we are going to do is put these in, and we are going to put them in. So the silver ones go on the ones with the screen. So we got our mungus. I will put the mungus right here closest, so that way we can track the progress on this more than any of the other ones, right? Because this is the one that's the actual science experiment. All the other ones, not so much, right? So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm all about them getting their bag, right? I'm all about that. But my thing is the people who complain about it, the majority of the people who complain about it are also their biggest fucking viewers, right? It's the same thing with like OnlyFans, right? I'm all for OnlyFans. Fuck, go to my links, guys. I have one. I'm not even kidding. But I'm all for it. But the people who complain about it, they're like, oh, they're not making, or they have to sell their body, whatever, blah blah blah. There's like 2 million girls on OnlyFans, which is true, but there are 80 million fucking guys who subscribe to that shit. So it's like, think about the problem with it. Like, get your bag. And it's, and it's not even the girls that I'm mad about. It is the content that they make. And I said the same thing for TikTok. I get really, really upset over NPC streamers. I think all streamers hate NPC streamers. All of them. Because they make an incredible amount of money for doing the least amount of fucking work you can do as a streamer. Oh, well, they're entertaining, but you're literally feeding them money. You're legitimately just paying money just to watch them act a fool. And you can, like, it just pisses me off, Come on, piece of, all right, I gotta turn you over because they're not plugging in. Oh, wait, did I get it? Nope, not it. Come on, piece.
piece of shit.
All right.